Hello there, my name is Blue, welcome to my channel. I've been playing this game for a really long time, and something that's kind of tiring is this community likes to complain about a lot of things. I mean, as of right now, everybody's wanting the end update, they have to update the end, do it already, blah blah blah. And they're like, oh, bring back these mobs from mob votes that lost, and me personally, update the inventory, gosh darn it, there's so many blocks in this game. But I feel like complaining is bad for your mental health. I feel like all the negativity can be bad. So I have a plan. Today, I'm going to get out a whole bunch of just tiny, stupid complaints. So maybe in the future, I will stop complaining because I got them all out at once. So today, we are doing my nitpicks for Minecraft. And if you're wondering what is a nitpick in Minecraft, well, it's a problem that you don't see often on the internet. Just something tiny that doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. That is what a nitpick is, something that a lot of people don't really care about, such as uncraftable stuff. There is certain things in this game that you can't craft for some reason, like calcite. That's something that you can't find that often, so you'd think maybe it'd be craftable, or a bell only found in villages. It's not like it's that important. Now you may be thinking, oh, well, there's reasons certain things aren't craftable. Well, I have things right here. These right here should not be craftable. They're meant to be rare items or things that you shouldn't be able to get at all. But these things, besides maybe the horse armor, but the horse armor, let me argue with you here. A horse armor goes along with saddles. Saddles are something you can craft now. And this chest is things that used to not be craftable, but they are now. A long time ago, mossy cobblestone was like the most rare thing ever because you could only get them from spawners. Obviously, now you can craft them. They've been craftable for a while. Lodestones, they've always been craftable, but they used to require netherite. Now they require iron. It's way easier. I don't understand why we can't get craftable name tags. Cobwebs might be a bit of a stretch, but like diamond horse armor, come on now. Let us craft it, please. You may not like this next one, okay? But there's a reason. Copper armor is coming out soon, and there's kind of a debate on if it's going to be useful or not, or if there's any point to it. I have a solution, and that is my next nitpick, which is chainmail armor, okay? I know it's nostalgic, but we don't need it. We don't, okay? We can let copper armor be useless, but let's get rid of chainmail armor. We don't need two useless armors, alright? And these ones, if you may be wondering, are all useful. Keep you safe, and the nether is gold. Iron is just a really solid armor before diamond. Leather, boots specifically, let you walk on powdered snow, and they look good if you dye them. And diamond is a good transition to netherite. It's required to transition to netherite. Let's get rid of chainmail already. I know it's nostalgic, I know. Some people are gonna miss it. Me personally, I'm not. This next nitpick sent me down a rabbit hole. It is the fact that not all textures are super consistent or make sense. These ones are either animated or have like an enchanted glare to it. Like how they are in when you place them down, you know, like magma blocks, they obviously kind of move around a little bit. That's cool, right? Some don't. Like campfires? Why is that? They don't look like they're on fire or anything. Or firefly bushes, they are supposed to kind of sparkle a little like that, turn on and off, but they don't. And that, of course, sent me down a rabbit hole. Okay, look at these enchantment tables, right? You probably have never noticed this. When they're in the inventory, they have no book. What do you use to craft an enchantment table? A book. The enchantment table, sorry, enchanting table, geez, when did they change that? The enchanting table should have a book. It never has no book on it. So you can't just get the book off there. I don't know why. It's not like there's even a second where there's no book on there when you place it. There's just immediately a book. Now, I do have a theory, okay? What if, when Mojang was making the enchantment table, because that's what it was called back then, what if when they were making it, they thought, maybe we'll make it to where they bring a book to the table and they use it somehow. So then they went with this texture and just never changed it? Maybe? I don't know. It doesn't make sense. It's not consistent. It's ridiculous. Speaking of changes, by the way, like, oh my, I put enchantment table right there. Goodness sake. It's enchanting table. I'm not gonna be able to do that. I'm gonna forget. But recently, a while ago, maybe, I don't know, a year or two ago, Mojang took away potion glints, okay? They kind of had like this like enchanted glint to it or something, and they took that away from us. How dare they? They used to look so much cooler, and now they're just bland. What is this? Come on now, man. Does anybody else remember these? They used to look so much cooler. Alright, that's ridiculous. Dragon's Breath should definitely be shiny. Look, you used a bottle to go pick up breath from a gosh dang dragon. Why is this not shiny? Why? That makes no sense. But like, an experience bottle, one of these freaking, where are they? Where are they? There they are. These things right here are shiny. I guess because of experience, but these ones aren't. It's literally breath from a dragon. Why is it not shiny? It doesn't make sense. I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna calm down because this next one is ridiculous, okay? Horrible texture for the Spore Blossom item, okay? Look, if you look really closely, right now I'm gonna put a picture of the Spore Blossom item and you will see what's wrong here. Okay, look. The texture that it shows right there is the bottom of it. When are you ever gonna see the bottom of a Spore Blossom? Never, because it breaks, unless it's right there on the ground. You will never see that actual texture whenever you place it. It makes no sense. Why would they do that? Why wouldn't they just put the front-facing texture, the texture that you're actually gonna see whenever you put it down somewhere? That makes no sense. I don't like it. Now I can't see it the same anymore. I think in the past I've kind of ignored it, but like it's totally upside down, my guy. It is totally upside down. That is so dumb. Now, let me pause for 1 second and just say that a lot of these are kind of just jokes, really. I mean, they are weird. It's weird stuff in the game that doesn't make sense, but some of them are not that serious, okay? I mean, you can go to the comment section and say, oh, Blue is such a bad take, you're an idiot, blah, blah, blah. You can do that because it helps the algorithm, but this video is not that deep, guys. Okay, I'm joking for a lot of these, but I had a lot of fun making it. Let's continue. This next one, I have to tell you guys that, if you can't tell already, I play on Minecraft Bedrock. And this is where parity between Bedrock and Java is kind of weird, okay? I believe on Java, this texture for the armor stand actually makes sense, because on Java, they don't have arms. On Bedrock, this makes no sense whatsoever. They have arms. It doesn't make sense. The texture just doesn't look right at all. If you play on Bedrock a lot, that might bother you now, because they never have no arms. It doesn't make sense. This next one, I guarantee if you're someone that loves building like me, you've definitely ran into it. And it is the fact that Mojang is really picky on which blocks get a wall variant. Like, okay, sure, this makes sense, I guess, if they want to keep it that way. The default blocks that you mine, they don't get a wall, okay? Stone and stone, but if you craft it into a brick, it gets a wall. That makes sense, alright? Excuse me? Why do you get a wall? You're the default one that you mine. That doesn't make sense. Okay. Then your polished or brick version gets it, right? Oh, okay. That doesn't make sense. Alright, but what about... You get all of them? Tuff gets all of the walls. And so does Blackstone. But Quartz gets none. Quartz, you don't get any walls. Sorry, no walls for you. It's so inconsistent. I don't understand. You would think there's a system, right? The raw block that you mine, you know, it doesn't get a wall unless you turn it into a brick or polished or something. All right, fine, we can play by those rules. And then we just break the rules immediately. These are the raw blocks and they get a wall. These ones don't, but these ones get all of them. It's frustrated me so much just building and wanting a gosh darn polished andesite wall, but I can't because it doesn't exist. That's crazy, Mojang. Crazy, my guy. But that brings us to the next one, okay? I was going to show you a block of quartz and smooth quartz, but did you know that they are pretty much the same thing, okay? Smooth quartz and block of quartz are literally the exact same, okay? Look, here's smooth quartz, block, tell me what the difference is, okay? And guess what? I tricked you. That's right, I tricked you. Smooth quartz, this is actually block of quartz, and this is actually smooth quartz. There is no difference. Why are these different blocks? They almost have the same pixel for pixel texture, almost. This one has a slightly darker line going around it, and this one doesn't, but in the middle, they're just about the same. Literally, there's just a few more lines on the outside of this one, but everything else has the same texture. You can't even notice the lines. That's silly. I mean, I don't know how you make smooth quartz unique. Maybe you just get rid of it? I don't know. Maybe you make these lines a bit darker? That's weird. That's definitely a nitpick, though. This next one isn't really a nitpick, but we need to keep on bringing it up because Mojang, please make the fletching table do something. Maybe, please. When this block came out, I was still a kid living with my parents, playing Minecraft on my bed, probably eating Doritos. I mean, come on, Mojang. Give it a functionality, please. It's been long enough. Speaking of job tables, the ones that do have a functionality aren't very consistent. Okay, this is definitely a nitpick. This one right here, the cartographer table, it has a pretty consistent texture. It makes sense, you know. Then over here, the smithing table, why is it duplicated? You know, this side looks exactly like this side. This side looks exactly like that side. But it doesn't do it for the cartography table. All the sides are different. That's kind of weird. Crafting table, it does the exact same thing. It's lazy. It duplicates the textures. This one, whatever this is, the smoker, it has one texture on the front and then everything else is the same, which doesn't align with the other ones. And then the barrel, it actually makes sense. It has a proper backside instead of just this texture. So why couldn't they just make the other sides ordinary? Very much a nitpick, but I mean, it's true. It's not very consistent. And then this one, hammers. What are these hammers? Okay, we've recently got the mace. Okay, we recently have this one that we've actually used. But in Minecraft, there's actually a lot of hammers in the game that we don't get to use. What is this? This hammer. I used to try to get this hammer. I thought when I was younger playing on like mobile, how do I get this hammer right here? Do I gotta put something in here? How do I do it? Never figured it out, obviously. Then there's another hammer right here, a little bit smaller than that one, I think. And then we have a saw, whatever those things are, scissors maybe? I don't know. And then we have another hammer. This one's huge. It looks like a Super Mario hammer. That's ridiculous. Where are these hammers? I want these hammers. Can we get them with the different variants of hammers? Maybe this is like a netherite hammer. Maybe this is a stone hammer. Maybe this is an iron hammer. I'm not saying they should do this, but what are these hammers? Now we are getting into some serious nitpicks, okay? Minecraft Encyclopedia. I bet you forgot about that. I'm not sure if they have this on Java, but if you go to your inventory and press on this question mark, it brings you this. I used to use this a lot when I was younger, mostly so I can scroll all the way up to the what's new area and figure out, you know, this is where I'd read the patch notes. They don't have that anymore, and I'm not sure how much they update the encyclopedia. I'm pretty sure it used to be called help menu or something, but I'm not sure how much they update this. There's certain things in here that just don't make sense anymore. Like, let me find one. Here we go. Redstone engineering. I think this has actually been kind of weird for a while now. It doesn't have all the redstone stuff in it for some reason. It has redstone power, it has jukebox for some reason, because that wasn't self-explanatory. Hoppers, dispensers, and droppers. But what about repeaters, or the commonly misunderstood comparators? Why are comparators not in the encyclopedia? Nobody knows how to use those unless you like really go through a whole bunch of trial and error. The encyclopedia just is missing so much stuff, and I feel like they've been really lazy with it, or they just don't update it that often or ever. There's a lot of stuff missing from it, and I'm not saying they have to explain the entire game, but come on, put a little bit more effort into it, or even just like pictures in there every now and then. Next, I'm pretty passionate about this one. Inventory is a weird number. Look. Okay, each row is 9, so do some math. 9, 18, 27, 36. That's a really weird number. I have a solution. Okay, 36, that number kind of sucks. You know what would make more sense? 40. 40, okay? That would be the perfect amount of inventory slots. And it's an easy fix. I mean, look. Inventory slot right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. Make this a little bit wider. Boom! 4 more inventory slots. It's perfect, Mojang. Do it. 36 is a dumb number. What about 40? And you know, if they want to go crazy, maybe add 50, 6. Okay. I'll admit it. I just want an inventory update, guys. We have so many blocks. You know, I do think 36 is a weird number. But 40 would be perfect. You know, that would satisfy me for a while with the inventory. But mostly because of the weird number, okay? Totally not because of my other main agenda. Next, human head. That seems like a weird title. But look in our inventory right here. Look at the armor. Okay, boots, that makes sense. That's the right shape. Leggings, that's the right shape. Helmet, that is not the right shape. Is that what our Minecraft skin head looks like? I don't think there's any skin with that head. And why is it not armor shaped? That doesn't make sense. All the other ones are armor shaped except for the chest plate, which for some reason doesn't have sleeves. What the heck? Why do those ones not look correct? We need to fix this immediately. Minecraft heads are squares. There's no, like seriously, there's not a lot of skins unless it's some weird one on Bedrock that looks like that. That makes no sense. That is a human head, not a Minecraft character head. It doesn't even look like the helmet. That's weird, isn't it? That doesn't make sense. The music sucks. Okay, do not come at me. Do not come at me. Let me explain. I am not talking about the music discs, okay? Although some people would say the chicken jockey one is a little controversial. I'm not talking about these. I'm talking about the default music. It kind of doesn't play all the time. That's what I don't like about it. I actually have it turned off right now, but that's because, you know, I'm making a video, obviously. But if I'm just chilling and I want to listen to the soundtrack, it would play one song really loudly, and then there will be no Minecraft music for like a good 20 minutes. And then out of nowhere, another song will come on, super loud. I feel like you gotta turn everything down. And then after it's over, just silence for 30 minutes. I don't like that. Maybe there should be an option in the settings menu or something about the music. I also don't like how it only plays like... it's been a while since I've actually listened to it in game, but even back then, when I wasn't making content, I would turn the music off, get on Spotify, find a Minecraft playlist, and put that one on, because at least then there's no 30-minute long silences. That's no fun. There should be a setting somewhere, because I can understand how it would be annoying if there was constant music. But think about other games. I think, does Stardew Valley have constant music? I think it depends on where you're at. Okay, maybe if you're in a scary cave or a scary situation, the music turns off, but Mojang, can we just make the music either have a setting or make it like depend on where you're at? Like if I'm stroming the grassy fields, I feel like there should be music playing. It's not like some scary situation. Next one. This is very much Bedrock related. Why can these items go in my offhand? Why? What? I can't do anything with the Nautilus shell. Why does this go in my offhand? That makes no sense. But you can't put anything else in your offhand. Nothing else. That's weird. Like, this is literally useless. You can put a rocket in your offhand, and now if you're a Java player, you may think, oh, that makes sense, so you can fly. No, you can't. No, you can't. You can't use it. You can put the firework in your offhand, but you can't use it. That is so dumb. So dumb. There's no way to use it. It just sits there. There's only a few things that actually make sense in your offhand. And, I mean, not even arrows. Arrows, you can't do anything with it. I mean, it looks cool if you have, like, a bow and an arrow in your offhand. I guess that kind of makes sense. But, like, a shield can go, a totem can go. Those make sense, because they protect you. These ones don't. I don't like it. How strong is our teeth? That's a weird question, isn't it? Well, I mean, we can eat this. We can eat a golden apple, right? Okay, we can eat a golden carrot. Those are made out of gold. But I can't eat this helmet. It's made out of gold, right? That doesn't make any sense. I can't eat any of this armor. No. That's a very strange nitpick, I know, but if you think about it, it makes no sense. Also, if you think about it, it almost kind of makes sense. With gold being the weakest armor in the game, it makes sense that these are not like iron apples or, you know, diamond carrots, because those are actually hard. Gold is one of the weakest armors. So, you know, maybe if we try to eat it for long enough, maybe eventually we'll chew through it, because gold is so weak. I know that one's out there, but I mean, think about it, guys. Think about it. This is my last one. Okay, no more nitpicks. You make no sense. Look at all these. Now, you'd think, okay, they're all water splash potions, right? No, they're not. They are all different. Here's water bottle. Here's thick potion. Now, this one doesn't make sense. Why are you not thick? I feel like you should have a really big bottle, but it has the same bottle as the other ones. You're not thick. You're average. Come on now. This one, it's awkward, but it looks the same as the other ones. This one, mundane, I don't even know what that means. First of all, I don't know what these three right here. Okay, I guess awkward potion, that's how you make potions, but the thick potion, nothing. Mundane potion, nothing. They are so useless. It makes no sense. Why are they in the game? And why are the textures not different? And most of all, why are they in the game? Literally, we've all just ignored it, but like, they have no use. I'm actually getting confused on which is which. Let's see that. Mundane, thick. Okay, they all have the same texture. Could awkward potions have a new texture? That makes sense. Like, what if awkward potions had like a, I don't know, some interesting texture? I don't know. And most of all, can we have the glint back on potions, please? Obviously not the water. The water doesn't need an enchanted glint or anything, but, you know, other potions, please. And these ones, just give them new textures. Now, obviously, guys, these are all very much nitpicks. None of these are actually serious. I don't expect any of them to really change, besides maybe the chainmail armor. Maybe. Okay, no one's using chainmail armor. No one's wearing that. But none of these are that serious, guys. Now, some of them make me angry, but not angry enough to stop playing this game. This game is fantastic, and I love it, and I will probably never stop playing it until it goes away. But I really, really like this game. It sounds like I'm complaining a lot, and that's because I am. That's the whole point of this video. But I really, really, really do love playing this game. And guys, Minecraft community, can we go a little easy on them, okay? We wanted a cave update. We you know, told them we got the cave update. They will give us an end update. They know we want it. There's no reason to keep on complaining or saying you're gonna stop playing the game or something because of some end update. Cut them some slack, okay? They all have lives. But I don't think they should bother spending much time worrying about any of the things that I picked on today, because a lot of these things don't really matter. A lot of them make me a little mad, but they don't matter. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, you should subscribe. That'd be awesome if you haven't already. If you're new here, these are different kinds of videos. I usually do survival videos or SMP videos on my realm. Anyways, no more yabbering. Thank you all for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!